feature win here with us in that 4 car. Rick Isaacson flagging the races, and he sends them off. We stay green. Scott Hubbard jumps the lead. Benji Ryan in the 9 car second. Battle for third, Charlie Carroll, and the 99. Illinois. We got a race for third there. The 99 trying to get away from Charlie Carroll. Does so on the backside of the racetrack. Everybody chasing after the 4 car of Scott Hubbard. Sets the lead out of the 99 closing on the 9 of Benji Ryan. Look for second to heat up there. Charlie Carroll trying to stay with him there in the 35 car back there in the 4th spot. Zach everybody's starting to get spreaded out halfway. Scott Hufford, Benji Ryan, Jason Meyer, and Charlie Carroll, and Zach Griffith. Your running order. Here they come back to the line. Streetsock, Heat 2. Let's go. Streetsock, Heat number 2. Drivers to shoot. Streetsock, Heat number 2. It's race time. Scott Hubbard still in a sizable lead over the 99 would run the 9 down, but he's not gaining on that 9 car yet. Scott Hubbard looking for the white flag right here. Rick Isaacson with the white flag. 4 cars. Final lap, final lap. The 99 is trying them out of charge. They're going to run out of laps. Here's your finish. He went down for Scott Hubbard. There it is, race fans. Scott Hubbard finished 9th in our final point standings. Finally got his first ever feature win here with us. That's his 3rd heat win of the year in that 4 car. Streetsock, heat number 3, drivers. It's race time. A round of applause for the Forest, Scott Hubbard. Huff Daddy Horsepower doing it here in Streetsock, heat number 1. That's front row looking for his first ever Streetsock heat win. Could it happen here tonight? Daryl Hellman looking for his 6th of the year. He got his first finally with us this year. Zach Brandenburg, a rookie, and Jim Campbell, the veteran driver. We're green, underway. We're green, green, green. The 78 of Michael Donnelly jumps out to the early lead. Daryl Hellman up along, trying to get up alongside the rookie Caleb Wood. Off of 4 back to the line. Michael Donnelly. Zach Brandenburg and Jim Campbell. To the backside of the racetrack they go. Everybody holding their own over there. Michael Donnelly coming off the bottom of 3 and 4 down here. Keeping that car down on the bottom of 1 and 2. Everybody went, well, Zach Brandenburg spins in front of the veteran driver, Jim Campbell, coming off of 2. He's back underway. We stay green. Zach Brandenburg takes the 4Z to the infield. On we go. Draws flags this time for Rick Isaacson. 4 to go. Last call, Streetsock, heat 3. Last call, drivers, Streetsock, heat number 3. Last call, drivers. Final lap right here for the 78 of Michael Dunn. And Daryl Hillman, Jim Campbell. Final lap. Here's your finish. Michael Dunn. Heat win number 6 of the year for the 78 of Michael Donnelly. Out of Charleston, Illinois, car owned by Daryl Hellman. Sponsored by World Class Collision Center, WB's Pub and Grub, Watertight Roofing, GMR Bodies and Interiors, Hufford Racing Engines, Adams Memorial, Adams Concrete. Special thanks go out to Mom, Dad, Hellman Racing, Hillary, Kayla, Caden, Gabe, and Danny Swartz. 7. Michael Donnelly. How about it, race fans? Modified Heat 1. It'll be running with us about mid-season. Finished 6th in our final point standings. He'll go for Heat win number 12 of the year. We're green. Junior Wildermuth going for Heat win number 14, but in a different car. BJ Deal has the early lead. Junior Wildermuth never been in a 27 car until tonight. Trying to stay with him. Oh, both cars spin right here in the middle, 1 and 2. Junior Wildermuth and Josh Griffith. Both cars spin at the same time as they enter turn 1. Region with 1,420 points. BJ Deal second in the Southern States region with 1,405. 7 to go. Back to green we go. BJ Deal, Junior Wildermuth, Jeremiah Huntley, and 27 of Josh Griffith. Charged with the caution, initiated the contact on the 27 up there in 1. He's gone to the tail end of the heat. The lead out over the 27 of Junior Wildermuth. Last call, modified Heat 1. Last call, topless modified Heat 1. Topless modified Heat 1. Drivers to the chute. BJ Deal stretching out the lead here at the halfway. Little miss on our race leader, BJ Deal. Little miss here, sounds like. And they'll race him back to the white flag. Final lap for BJ Deal. Wildermuth, Jeremiah Huntley, So back-to-back heat wins for the Brownstown, Illinois driver in that Nighthawk chassis. BJ Deal, back-to-back heat wins. Junior Wildermuth jumping in that car and doing a good job. He finishes second in the 27 car. Derek Hoadley out of Decatur third, and fourth going to the 97 of Josh Griffith. So they finish our final UMP Street Stock heat race Modified Heat 2, Topless Modified Heat number 2 lineup. Ryan Carey, Gabe Mincer on the front row. Second row, Chris Boyard and Dustin King. Fans out of Brownstown, Illinois, getting the Heat win. Sponsored by Car Wash City out of Taylorville, Springfield, Hillsborough. 2, last call, Topless Modified Heat number 2. Danny Swartz leads away with 10 Heat wins, and he's on the pole, and he had green. Sunfather up front row. Danny Swartz grabbed the lead from his father. Top four move on. Roger Mills rides in the final transfer spot. Back of him, Cole Hudson, Rob Fuquay, and Neil Rawlings trying to get something going to get into that final transfer spot. Neil Rawlings out of Ridge Farm, Illinois spins. Caution going to come out, caution out. Champion, the N59 of Chad Evans, and the final transfer spot, Roger Mills. 6 to go, single file on the bottom of 1 and 2 they go. On the backside, Denny Swartz, Chad Evans, Roger Mills, your top 4 move on. Cole Hudson, everybody stay on the bottom of the racetrack. Nobody running up on the high side. Danny Swartz starting to stretch out his lead. 4 down, 4 to go. Heat 2 should be the shooting range. Modified Heat number 2, driver should be the shooting range. White flag in the air, white flag. This time by Chad Evans, Roger Mills. Heat win number 11 of the year for 5-time UMP Modified Track Champion from just down the road out of Ashmore. Danny Swartz. Father finishes second. Danny Swartz third. Going to the N59 of Chad Evans. The final transfer spot goes to the Bloomingdale, Indiana driver Roger Mills in the 42 car. Finishing fifth, Cole Hudson, Rob Fuquay, 6th, 7th, and Neil Rawlings. The way they finish here in our Topless. The Mailman race fans, Danny Swartz and his Pierce Chassis, Mullins Horsepower, sponsored by Bud's Heating, Friends and Company, Whitney Logistics Incorporated, Snyder Farms, Lambert's Towing. He's had 6 feature wins in that G1 car. Second row, Chris Boyard, Dustin King, Rodney Piercy, Jeff Leka, watch out for the 3L. Icon, Rod Icon. And we're green. Gabe Mincer jumps the lead to G1. Ryan Carey. Chris Boyard third, and Rodney Piercy in the final transfer spot. And it's Dustin King, Jeff Leka, Will Prater. Lap number 4 right here. 4 to go. Justin King working on Rodney Piercy. That's the race for the final transfer spot. Jeff Leaka trying to get in position also before this one's over, but Gabe Mitchell stretching out the lead. Over Ryan Perry. Chris Boyer third to battle on for the final transfer spot. Justin King, Jeff Leaka trying to run down the 11th via Rodney Pierce. Justin King trying to make the lap up before, got sideways. White flag right here. Rick Isaacson with the white flag. 1 to go. Final lap, final lap. There it is, 4 more into the first annual Take 'em Off 40 Modified 1500 to win feature race, fans. Gabe Mincer in the G1, his 8th heat win of the year. Pierce Chassis, Hufford Horsepower out of that race car owned by Gabe and Jana Mincer. Sponsored by Hufford Racing Engines, Gabe Mincer Construction out of Ashmore. Oilfield Cafe out of Oilfield, Illinois. Burnside Farms, Hood Excavating, Tyler Motorsports, Jeff Motorsports, Cross County Dental, R&B Powder Coat, KBC Graphics, GMR Bodies and Interiors. Ryan Carey on to that feature event in the 144. Chris Boyard makes it in. He finishes third. And how about Rodney Piercy, race fans, hanging on to that final transfer spot. Some fast cars going to that consi. Brian Dickinson in the 5D, the 2L. Justin Leaka, the 48 of Bill Wagner, the 27 of Mitch Brown. 58 of Larry Ferguson. 3 underway. Modified heat, 4 drivers to the chute. The Ferg with trouble up here in 1 and 2 is backing it down the racetrack. Caution out. Modified heat number 3, 8 laps. So this is 4 more on that feature event. Rick Isaacson waving the green. Bill Line picked up a heat win here last Saturday night with us, and he'll sneak by Brad Crosby. And Phil Line, look out, we got some hard racing going on behind the 0 car. And Mitch Brown in the 27 car. Mitch Brown to third. Mitch Brown on the... Whoa! Dickinson almost gets by the 27 of Mitch Brown and got out of street. Bill Line gonna make it 2 in a row. He's stretching out the lead. Brad Crosby, caution out, caution out. Looks like we got some debris on the racetrack over in turn 3. Debris on the racetrack caused charge of caution of debris on the racetrack. Bryant Dickinson of the state of Michigan in the final transfer spot. Bill Wagner. Justin Leaka in the 2L and Larry Ferguson in the 58. We're green. Mitch Brown running right up to the rear bumper of the 0 car, Brad Crosby. Modified heat 4, last call. Modified heat 4, drivers to the chute. Mitch Brown up high there in the middle of 3 and 4. Ticket for that. 4 to go. 4 laps remain. Mitch Brown still working on the 0 car. Mitch Brown getting run off the bumper 2, not going to get by. Bill Wagner. Bill Wagner trying to sneak by Dickinson for the final transfer spot. Keep an eye on the final transfer spot. Bill Line. Brad Crosby, this round. Brian Dickinson, your top four. Bill Wagner trying to sneak in. Here comes the 2L car of Justin Linka. Final lap coming up right here. Final lap. Big lead down the backside of the racetrack for Bill Line. Not going to catch the 66 car. And here's your finish. So it is back-to-back heat wins for the Kankakee, Illinois driver Phil Line. Brad Crosby finishing second, third to Mitch Brown, fourth out of the state of Michigan, Bryant Dickinson in the 5G. Those four drivers get their race car ready for the first annual Take 'em Off 40, 1,500 to win Topless modified feature event. Bill Wagner had a shot at it there, but faded in the last couple laps there and couldn't get back up there to challenge Dickinson for the final runner-up spot. Bill Wagner fifth, sixth to the 2L of the Nate Zimmer. A couple fast cars on the front row of our final Topless modified heat race. Tiger back there and Casey Strock problems there in the 83 car. Sorry about that. That was Bob Domenecki out of Iowa who finished in the final transfer spot. Discovered I do have two fives, the other five-star stock. Heat one, drivers to the chute. We're green, green, green. Nate Zimmer grabs the lead coming off of two. Casey Strock second, the 99 out of Princeton. Riding third. And the five-star car, Bryant Dickinson in the final transfer spot. Casey Strock alongside. He'll try to take the lead, race fans. Nobody's done that yet. Casey Strock right underneath Nate Zimmer. Battle for the lead off of two down the backside, race fans. Nate, they rub on each other middle ways on the backside. Nate Zimmer reclaims the lead down here in 3 and 4. Casey Strock. Brandon out of Princeton, the 99. And Dickinson in the final transfer spot. Don Kiger trying to one as well as the 70 of Brian Bylong. Nate Zimmer stretching out his lead now. Looked like Casey Strock had a shot at that second spot. Pure stock. Heat one, drivers to the chute. White flag, final lap. Nate Zimmer. Go to the wall. They got together coming off of four, both cars up to the wall. Don Kiger has not moved yet to 70. Moving on around. Nate Zimmer. Any Nate Zimmer race fans here? Heat win number 6 of the year. Still looking for that first feature win. Could it come here tonight? Casey Schrock second. Brandon out of Princeton in the 99, finishing third. Fourth out of Michigan, the 5-star car of Bryant Dickinson. Those 4 get their cars ready for the first annual Take 'em Off 40 lap, 1,500 to win. Pure Stock Heat number 1, let's go. Tim Akers, John Golden, Chuck Graves, Tommy Thomason, and the 11 of David. 1 should have been shooting ready to go. For Pure Stock Heat 1. Pure Stock Heat number 2, it's Dylan Wiltram Jr. Pure Stock Heat number 2. John Golden has a couple heat wins also outside there in the 22. Chuck Graves in the C64. Tommy Thomason in the 11 at Casey, Illinois. We're green. Tim Akers got the lead. Tommy Thomason second. John Golden falling back to third. Here comes 11 at David Gentry making a pass on the 22. John Golden now Here comes 11 car. David Gentry has caught the 42. We got a race, and he'll make the pass right there in the middle of 3 and 4. Dave Gentry in second. 11 car to Casey, Illinois. Here comes that 11 car. Can he get to our race later, race fans, before this one's over? Cross flags right here by our flagman, Rick Isaacson. Dave Gentry reeling in our race leader. Here he comes. He's strong down here in the middle of 3 and 4. This one ain't over yet. John Golden has caught the 40T, but gets out of shape there in 2 and loses ground on the 40T. The 11 car within a couple car lengths. Now 1 car length in the middle of 1 and 2. Down the backside they go. The 11 car sideways coming off of 2. He'll take a shot at the lead coming off of 4. White flag. He grabs the lead coming off of 4. David Gentry. Got by Tim Akers. Battle for third, coming off of 2, John Golden. Tommy Thomason up high there in 2. John Golden, here they come. 3 cars all grouped together, coming off of 4 here. Wow, what? I think was second time out for David Gentry out of Casey, Illinois, and that 11 car runs down our race leader, Tim Akers. David Gentry, his first ever Pure Stock heat win out of Casey, Illinois. Tim Akers finishing second, third to Chuck Graves, fourth to Tommy Thomason. You have the modified semi-feature lineup? Or do I have it down here somewhere? I don't think I've got it. drivers be ready. Cole Hussong, Jeff Leake on the front row. David Gentry, race fans. That second row, Bill Wagner, Don Kiger. Our final pure stock heat race on the Speedway. We're green, green, green. Randy Smizer jumping to the lead in the X car. Dylan Wildermuth trying to stay with him. Josh Trussell back in the third spot, and Pat Calhoun in the 43. Topless Modified Consi, you're up next. Let's go. Modified Consi, drivers to the chute. Modified Consi should be in the chute and ready to race. You're up next. Halfway, look now, Pat Calhoun. And the 04 is Josh Trussell. Tangle down here in 4. We stay green. Modified Consi, let's go. Modified Consi to the chute. Heat win number 18 of the year for Randy Smizer. Fourth, Ryan Carey. Fourth row, Brad Crosby and Casey Schrock. Car. Randy Smizer, your 2012 Pure Stock Track Champion. What a year, race fans, for the X car, Randy Smizer. He'll go for feature win number 18 tonight. Okay, I knew I did. Okay, right there. If he can make it to the top 4, his racing career may not be over, but he is on the tail end of the field. This could be his last race. Send him off, race fans. Send him off. 12 laps. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Amongst the top 4. Good start, good start. We're green, green, green. Cole Hussong got the lead coming off of 2. The King fighting back. The King, they go into 3 even. Dustin King fades back to second. Cole Hussong 78 of Bill Wagner. That is your final transfer spot. Justin Leka trying to stay with the 70 car in the 48. Dustin King stretching out the lane over Cole Hassan. 70 car taking a look. High side of Bill Wagner coming off the board. Here comes the 70 car. Mylon to the final transfer spot. Gets Wagner on the backside of the racetrack. Moving up on the 3L. 6 to go. Takes the 5L to the infield. White flag in the air for the 32. Justin King. Dustin King, race fans, a former two-time sportsman track champion, going on to that modified feature event. Finishing second, the 98C of Cole Hassan into the feature. Finishing third, Jeff Leake out of Buffalo, Illinois. Final transfer spot going to the 70 of Ryan Bylong. Justin Leake finishing fifth, sixth. These cars sponsored by Grasshopper Mowing, L&K Concrete, Northside Bodies, Engines by Saul. Special thanks go out to Stacy, Langdon, Dad, Jared, Charlie, and Grandpa King. Sports, how about Gabe Minzer, Bill Line, Nate Zimmer, Denny Swartz, Ryan Carey. 8 laps, we're green. The mailman grabbing early lead. Gabe Minzer second, third Nate Zimmer. Denny Swartz splits Bill Line and Ryan Carey. Denny Swartz working his way up to fourth. Trying to clear the 144. Ryan Carey up in the middle of Here comes the 21S and Denny Swartz after Nate Zimmer for third. Gear stock feature number 1, drivers to the chute. Gear stock number 1, drivers to the chute. For the lead, Gabe Minzer. They're getting a little rubber working on our race leader. Denny Swartz working on Nate Zimmer for third. Back to the line. Too close to call at the line. Gabe Minter has the lead off of 2. Gabe Minter the lead. Denny Swartz still working on Nate Zimmer for third. Even coming off of 4 to the white flag. Final lap. Oh my! 2 good races going on in the final lap. Denny Swartz gets by Nate Zimmer. Denny Swartz, Gabe Minter fight for the dash win. Wow, went down to the final lap. They're getting the rubber down, race fans. Wait for that feature event. They got some rubber down, and it got racy. Gabe, oh my. What a finish. Gabe Minter, the winner of your 8 lap Topless modified dash. Denny Swartz finishing second. Third going to Denny Swartz. Fourth to Nate Zimmer. Fifth to Ryan Carey. Sixth to Phil Lyons. Seventh to Casey Strock. And eighth to Brad Crosby. Great finish there. Wait till the feature event. They get some rubber down on that racetrack. We're going to have a good last call, Pure Stock. Feature number 1, Gabe Minter. Any race fans cheering him on here tonight? Wow, what a gutsy move. He made it work, didn't he, race fans? Move on to say 15 lap. Pure Stock, feature number 1. They will end our night of racing with Pure Stock feature number 2. They will be back to run that right after our modified feature. David Gentry going for his first career Pure Stock feature win. The extra Miser jumps to the lead, going for feature win number 18. Tim Akers working Dylan Wildermuth for third. Akers third. Dylan Wildermuth fourth. Got a spinner. Joey Spicer spins in the middle of 3 and 4. Back underway, and then the car stalls up here in the middle of 3 and 4. Caution out. He's got it refired now. Joey Spicer refired and back underway, but the caution comes out. He'll be charged with his first caution. 18th feature win of the year. Keep an eye out on the front 2 there. 15 laps the distance. Intermission time coming up right after this one. We're green. David Gentry keeping pace with that X-Car. Tim Akers third. Here comes 11, gets alongside. Randy Spicer. We got a spinner, John Golden. On the screen, 3 and 4. Whoa, sparks fly! Look out! The front 2 get together in the middle of 1 and 2. Everyone's scrambling up here in 2. Sparks fly amongst the top 2. Little Randy sits on the high side of turn 2 over there. I thought I seen a tire come off of, could have been the X-Car. John Golden stopped on the bottom of 4 here. for his first career, race fans. Out to the lead. Here comes Dylan Wildermuth. Here comes the 93D, race fans, alongside Tim Akers. It's on up front amongst the top three. David Gentry up the racetrack. He goes line. Oh, John Golden spins in front of Pat Calhoun, Chuck Graves. They miss him in the middle of 1 and 2. John. Car has come to life, and 14 to go, we're green. David Gentry firing them up. Final. No passing for that coach. Tim Akers getting a run. Tim Akers, here he comes, looking for his first feature win of the year. Joey Smizer making a pass on Chuck Graves, coming off of 4. Joey Smizer to 5th. Tim Akers getting another run. David Gentry got high over in 2 as he entered. Tim Akers will grab the lead down here in 3 and 4. New race leader this time by Tim Akers. Spinner down here, John Golden in the 22 sits down here in the bottom of 4. Dylan Wildermuth, Joey Smizer. Got to stay single file, no passing before the cone. We're green, green, green. David Gentry up the track, turn 2, has problems again. Up for Dylan Wildermuth to go to 2nd. Gentry back to 3rd. All of a sudden a race for 4th. Cousin Chuck Graves into the 4th spot. Gets around Joey Smizer. Here comes the C64. Pat Calhoun picks up a spot on Joey Smizer. Off the pace of the 40T car after running 4th. Dylan Wildermuth cutting it down about a car and a half, coming off of 4th. Pat Calhoun trying to sneak by Chuck Graves for 4th. David Gentry trouble with 2 up high against the wall, coming off of 2. Tim Akers still showing the way. Dylan Wildermuth 2nd, David Gentry 3rd. Chuck Graves 5th. Pat Calhoun 6th, Joey Smizer 7th, John Golden. Gentry sideways, coming off of 2. He saves it. Oh, Pat Calhoun taking a mud bath off the backside of the racetrack. Caution out. Showing the way. Trying to check his first feature win of the year. Dylan Wildermuth going for his first career, riding 2nd. Dave Gentry goes also going for his first career. We're green, green, green. Yeah, we had a car go under the cone there. David Gentry, caution out, caution out. Cannot pass before the cone, cannot go under that cone. You will be penalized. We're green, green, green. Oh, C64 and the 22. Swap a little sheet metal down here in turn 1, caution out. 10th row in that modified feature. 5 to go. We're racing. White flag, final lap for Tim Akers. Near finish. There it is, out of Villa Grove, Illinois. He was last year's Pure Stock track champion. Tim Akers gets his first Pure Stock feature win of the year. Great run by Dylan Wiltermude. The 93D finishing second, third, going to David Gentry. From there, head on down and get you something to eat and drink at our concession stand, and check out Quinn Photography. And Dustin King, Cole Hessong, Jeff Leka, Bill Wagner, your top four. Looking in the 70R car. Ryan Bylong. Got to keep pace up Bill Wagner. That is your final transfer spot. Justin Leka trying to stay with the 70 car in the 48. Dustin King stretching out the lane over Cole Husson. 70 car taking a loop. High side of Bill Wagner coming off the board. Here comes the 70 car. Bylong, the final transfer spot, gets Wagner on the backside of the racetrack. Moving up on the 3L. 6 to go. Last call, modified dash. Last call, modified dash. Last call. Speedway takes the 5L to the infield. fans, a former two-time Sportsman track champion going on to that modified feature event. Finishing second, the 98C of Cole Hussong into the feature. Finishing third, Jeff Leake out of Buffalo, Illinois. Final transfer spot going to the 70 of Ryan Bylong. Justin Leake finishing fifth, sixth. These cars sponsored by Grasshopper Mowing, L&K Concrete, Northside Bodies, Engines by Saul. Special thanks going out to Stacy, Langdon, Dad, Jared, Charlie, and Grandpa King. Sports, how about Gabe Minzer, Phil Line, Nate Zimmer, Denny Swartz, Ryan Carey. 8 laps, we're green. The mailman grabbing early lead. Gabe Minzer second, third, Nate Zimmer. Denny Swartz splits Phil Line and Ryan Carey. Denny Swartz working his way up to fourth. Trying to clear the 144. Ryan Carey up in the middle of Here comes the 21S, Denny Swartz after Nate Zimmer for third. Pure Stock feature number 1, drivers to the chute. Pure Stock number 1, drivers to the chute. For the lead, Gabe Minzer. They're getting a little rubber down. There's going to be some passing. They're getting a little rubber down. Enough maybe for Gabe Minzer to sneak around. Gabe Minzer rubber up. Gabe Minzer working on our race leader. Denny Swartz working on Nate Zimmer for third. Back to the line. Too close to go at the line. Gabe Minzer has the lead off of 2. Gabe Minzer the lead. Denny Swartz still working on Nate Zimmer for third. Even coming off a board of the white flag. Final lap. Oh my! 2 good races going on in the final lap. Denny Swartz gets by Nate Zimmer. Denny Swartz, Gabe Minzer fight for the dash win. Wow, went down to the final lap. They're getting the rubber down, race fans. Wait for that feature event. They got some rubber down and it got racy. Gabe, oh my. What a finish. Gabe Minzer, the winner of your 8 lap Topless modified dash. Denny Swartz finishing second. Third going to Denny Swartz. Fourth to Nate Zimmer. Fifth to Ryan Carey. Sixth to Phil Line. Seventh to Casey Strock. And eighth to Brad Crosby. Great finish there. Wait till the feature event. They get some rubber down on that racetrack. We're going to have a good last call, Pure Stock. Feature number 1, Gabe Minzer. Any race fans cheering him on here tonight? Wow, what a gutsy move. He made it work, didn't he, race fans? Move on to the same 15 lap. Pure Stock feature number 1. They will end our night of racing with Pure Stock feature number 2. They will be back to run that right after our modified feature. David Gentry going for his first career appearance on feature win. The excavator Miser jumps to the lead, going for feature win number 18. Tim Akers working Dylan Wildermuth for third. Akers third. Dylan Wildermuth fourth. Got a spinner. Joey Miser spins in the middle of 3 and 4. Back underway, and then the car stalls up here in the middle of 3 and 4. Caution out. He's got it refired now. Joey Smizer refired and back underway, but the caution comes out. He'll be charged with his first caution. Team feature win of the year. Keep an eye out on the front two there. 15 laps the distance. Intermission time coming up right after this one. We're green, green, green. David Gentry keeping pace with that X-car. Tim Akers third. Here comes the limit. Gets alongside Randy Spicer. We got a spinner, John Golden. Under the spin, 3 and 4. Whoa, sparks fly. Look out, the front two get together. The middle 1 and 2. Everyone's scrambling up here in 2. Sparks fly amongst the top 2. Little Randy sits on the high side of turn 2 over there. I thought I seen a tire come off of, could have been the X car. John Golden stopped on the bottom of 4 here. Better start. We're green, green, green. David Gentry going for his first career race, fans. Out to the lead. Here comes Dylan Wildermuth. Here comes the 93D race, fans, alongside Tim Akers. It's on up front amongst the top 3. David Gentry up the racetrack. He goes line. Oh, John Golden spins in front of Pat Calhoun, Chuck Graves. They miss him in the middle 1 and 2. John. Car has come to life. And 14 to go, we're green. David Gentry firing them up. Single file. No passenger let go. Tim Akers getting a run. Tim Akers, here he comes, looking for his first feature win of the year. Joey Smizer making a pass on Chuck Graves, coming off of 4. Joey Smizer to 5th. Tim Akers getting another run. David Gentry got high over at 2 as he entered. Tim Akers will grab the lead down here in 3 and 4. New race leader this time by Tim Akers. Spinner down here, John Golden in the 22 sits down here on the bottom of 4. Dylan Wildermuth, Joey Smizer. Got to stay single file, no passing before the cone. We're green, green, green. David Gentry up the track, turn 2, has problems again. Up for Dylan Wildermuth to go to 2nd. Gentry back to 3rd. All of a sudden a race for 4th. Cousin Chuck Graves into the 4th spot. Gets around Joey Smizer. Here comes the C64. Pat a spot on Joey Spicer. Off the pace of the 40T car after running fourth. Dylan Wildermuth cutting it down about a car and a half, coming off of fourth. Pat Calhoun trying to sneak by Chuck Grace for fourth. David Gentry trouble with two, up high against the wall, coming off of two. Tim Akers still showing the way. Dylan Wildermuth second, David Gentry third. Chuck Grace fourth, fifth. Pat Calhoun sixth, Joey Spicer seventh, John Golden. Oh, hang on, David Gentry sideways, coming off of two. He saves it. Oh, Pat Calhoun taking a mud bath off the backside of the racetrack. Caution out. Showing the way. Trying to check his first feature win of the year. Dylan Wildermuth going for his first career. Riding second. Dave Gentry also going for his first career. We're green, green, green. Yeah, we had a car go under the cone there. David Gentry, caution out, caution out. Cannot pass before the cone, cannot go under that cone. You will be penalized. We're green, green, green. Oh, C64 and the 22. Swap a little sheet metal down here in turn one, caution out. Second one on the 64, he bought the 10th row in that modified feature. 5 to go, we're racing. White flag, final lap for Tim Akers. Near finish. There it is, out of Middle Grove, Illinois. He was last year's Pure Stock track champion. Tim Akers gets his first Pure Stock feature win of the year. Great run by Dylan Wildermuth, the 93D, finishing second, third, going to David Gentry. From there, head on down and get you something to eat and drink at our concession stand, and check out Quinn Photography and enjoy. Zach Griffith in the 97. Anything for the front three there. Or green, green, green. 9 to go. Minchie Ryan, Jeremiah Hoadley. Minchie Ryan's the 9 car leads the Speedway up to turn 1. Charlie Carroll getting the top 5 in the 97 car. Jim Campbell's slow. The JC3 will go to the infield right here on the front straightaway. Jumps your lead car. Deal. Michael Donnelly second. Battle for third one. Charlie Carroll making a pass for third on the fourth stop. Caution out, caution out. Zach Griffith sits in the infield down here in turn 1. Problems on the 97Z of Zach Griffith. How about Charlie Carroll? Scott Hufford. Josh Griffith, that's your top 5 with 4 to go. Caleb Wood there, and Jason Meyer there on Michael Donnelly's Charlie Carroll trying to keep pace with our race leader, running out of time. They'll have to do it here in the final lap, race fans. Michael Donnelly with a run. He pulls up the rear bumper of BJ Deal down the backside. Here they come. Here's your finish, race fans. BJ Dale hangs on. Michael Donnelly after him again, but ran out of laps. Finishes second, third to Charlie Carroll on a run. Fourth, Scott Hufford. Fifth to Josh Griffith. Sixth to Junior Wildermuth. Seventh to Caleb Wood. Eighth to Darrell Hellman. Ninth to Jason Meyer. 10th to Jeremiah Hoadley. And 11th to Zach Brandenburg. That is your unofficial results. Top 4 must make weight and Tech A-OK over there in the Tech area. Carroll, race fans. Great run there, Charlie, finishing third. Came from 10th to finish third. Another strong run for the Forest Scott Hufford, finishing fourth. How about the 78 of Michael Donnelly, race fans? Right there to challenge B.J. Dill on that final lap. 4 best-looking modifieds, a $50 gift certificate and plaque. Thank you, Anthony. B.J. Dill taking that featured trophy back to Brownstown once again, race fans. All righty, 40 laps of distance. Lineup not correct. Caution out. Send them off, race fans. Send them off. 40 laps. First annual, take them off. Modified 40 lap, 1,500 to win. Good payout, best payout the Charleston Speedway has ever offered any modified driver. Right here tonight, glad you could be here. Drivers, pit crew members, and race fans, enjoy our 40 lap topless modified. It's on. Dragging our cone. The cone caught on the zero car, Brad Crosby. crew going to work. Looks like he got a tire, left rear tire, went down on the 0 car. And Brad Crosby. Pulled a little sheet metal away from the left rear tire. Brad Crosby will go to the tail end of the field. He got that tire changed, the left rear tire flat on the 0 car. He comes back out of the Speedway. Casey Strock 8th, Ryan Carey 9th, Roger Mills, and the 99 car rounds out the top 10. Brad Crosby back to the infield. Brad Crosby back in the infield. Crew going to work on that. Looks like he got a bar hanging off the rear of that race car. They're trying to get it. It broke off. Go. We get back to green. Let's stay single file. No passing before the cone. No going under that cone. We're green. Actually, 28 to go. Did he have a little help or did he go on his own right down here on the front straightaway just into turn 1? Round goes to 83 at Casey Strock. Had a little help. Roger Mills will be charged with a caution. Made the 31 laps completed, 9 laps remain. Game Mitchell with a run off the bottom of the four. No! Feature win number 9 of the year, and it's a big one for the mailman. Delivering the mail here to 9 in the first annual Topless Top Soft Modified Feature event. Gabe Mincer finishing second. Third to Chad Evans after starting inside the 5th row. Fourth to the 99 of Brandon out of Princeton. Fifth to Phil Line. Sixth to Casey Schrock. Seventh to the 70 car, Brian Milo. Eighth to Chris Boyer. Ninth to the 5D, Bob Dominacki out of Iowa. 10th to Roger Mills. 11th to Dustin King. 12th to Brad Crosby. 13th to the 5-star car out of Michigan, Bryant Dickinson. And 14th going to the 27 of Mitch Brown.
Okay, this is Rocky Ragusa with Mud Boss Video at Charleston Speedway with tonight's feature winner of the Topless Modified Race, hometown hero, Danny Swartz. Danny, great job tonight.
Thank you. That was a good race. I'm glad to be up on top. I just want to say thanks to my kids, my wife, my crew guys. Rick that wasn't here tonight, he's in the field. So I just say thanks to all them guys.
You pretty much went the 40 laps. You had a little challenge from Gabe Mincer there, but pretty much the class of the field.
Yeah, Gabe's he's a hell of a contender here. I'd have to say between him, my dad, and there's a few others, Gabe's usually one of the hardest ones to beat here. But I'm glad to come out on top this time.
Yeah. So we understand Charleston has done some track improvements and all. How's the track been this year?
Actually, it's been a lot better. I mean, it went from the top, one lane on the top last year down to the bottom. I mean, it laned up a lot, but a lot of guys mess up more on the bottom, so there's more passing. Yeah. So, I mean, it's been a lot better paying races this year. A lot more cars showing up, so better competition, which is great. So, hope to keep them coming.
Yeah. So, how's your season been this year?
We've had ups and downs. We've had a lot of pretty good nights. Last weekend was a pretty good weekend at Granite City, and this weekend, pretty good weekend. We've had a few real bad nights with rolling over and motor problems and just little small things.
Yeah. So, where do you go from here now?
We leave Thursday night for Eldora,
okay,
for the Fall Nationals. So hopefully we're just as good there as what we were at Granite City, and I don't know if I was as good as Gabe was at the end, but it's good enough.
Yeah. All right. This is Rocky Ragusa for Mud Boss Video.